Hey y'all, okay, welcome back to the channel. So today is December 28th 2024, and I've been seeing for a couple days now different videos, different alerts and things about come January, the first week of January, we're going to be having some cold temps across the US. Okay, and if you think back to 2020, I think it was 2020 when, yeah, it was 2020 when that I think it was like a polar vortex or something like that swept through the South. I know a lot of people in my home state, Mississippi, had a bad outcome with that. Also places like I think Alabama, I don't know if it was Florida. I don't know if Florida, but pretty much the South. But I know I can speak for Mississippi and a couple more states. But anyway, they wasn't prepared. The type of weather that came through there, I mean, it had people without power for days, weeks. They did not have power. A lot of people did not have food. Okay. And it was just a mess. A lot of people didn't have no way to stay warm or anything. And so I feel like it's important that we pay attention and, you know, pay attention to these alerts and stuff, and how the climate has changed and how the weather is going, and making sure that it don't repeat itself again. It shouldn't repeat itself again, far as people not being prepared for extreme weather conditions like that. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information on some things you can do right now, because the first week of January is right around the corner. All right. So that you can do and make sure that you have, so you and your family don't have the issue that people had back in 2020 when this happened. There has been some maps and things on the Weather Channel and other weather stations that has showed temps in some area getting down to single digits. Some areas getting down to the negative, like -6, -3 and stuff like that. That is very, very cold. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of information. If you have something that you know that you can do that'll be beneficial for you in order for you to be prepared, do it. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of the basics. All right, so a whole overview of what we're gonna be talking about is how to check your home, how to insulate pipes, what to do for the water, your thermostats and temperature, how to dress, what to clean, and just a few more different things that will help. Okay, so let's start with home preparation. I already printed out my information because I want to make sure I get everything for you. Okay, home preparation. First thing is check heating system. Okay, ensure that your furnace is functioning properly and has sufficient fuel. Everybody don't have a furnace and whatnot, a fireplace, furnace or whatnot. Everybody don't have those things. Some of you stay in apartments and stuff like that, where the apartment complex is supposed to make sure that stuff is checked. So just make sure that they doing what they supposed to do to make sure that everything is ready for cold weather. Okay, if you have fireplaces and furnaces, you know, that type of stuff, if you have a home, we have a fireplace here but we don't use it. Okay, so if we did, we will have to make sure that everything is ready to go. But since we've been in this house, we've never used our fireplace. Okay, we actually closed it off. Okay, next is isolate pipes. All right, so wrap exposed pipes with heating tape or installation to prevent freezing. Okay, so one little thing that we do, and then we did this growing up too, I don't know if it'll help everything, but when it's really, really cold and you got your heat on in your house, we open the cabinets under the sink, on the bathroom sinks, so that we just open the cabinets so the pipes can get some of that warm air too. We used to do that back home when it was really, really cold. We did that at night to just, you know, try to help it out a little bit. So that's just a little tip. Locate water shut-off valves. Okay, so know where your main water shut-off valve is and how to operate it. Okay, So I don't know if apartments have them. Well, I guess for your toilet and stuff like that, those shut-off valves under your sink should have like a shut-off valve if you're in an apartment or not. On the outside, if you're in an apartment or something, I'm not sure how that goes, far as if each building has maybe its own shut-off valve or whatnot, or if it's just something that, you know, cannot be what's the word, that you can't do. You can't operate yourself. It have to be the apartment complex. All right, so if you have shut-off valves and stuff on the outside, and you can access them, that's the word I was trying to say. For apartments, I don't know if it's just one big water shut-off valve on the outside that only they can access. That's the word I was looking for. But if you have access to it, like if you stay at a home or whatnot, or you know, a mobile home, whatever that's not like a apartment complex or a townhome area like that, make sure you know how to operate it, okay? How to shut it off and on and all that type of stuff. Set thermostat consistently, okay? Maintain a steady temperature in your home. You don't want to go up and down, up and down, up and down, because that can cause issues, trust me. From experience with the thermostat and whatnot, sometimes it makes it go out, especially if you're constantly doing the fluctuation or whatnot, it will make it malfunction. So make sure you try to keep it at a steady temperature. You don't want it too hot and nor too cold during freezing weather, okay? Clean gutters. Remove debris from gutters to prevent ice dams, okay? Simple as that. I'm pretty sure if you're in an apartment or whatnot, you may not have to deal with that type of stuff, but we have gutters, so we may have to make sure that our gutters are clean, okay? Consider emergency power sources. Have a backup power source like a generator in case of power outages. That is very important, okay? If you got a gas generator or something, make sure you have gas or whatnot. Some generators operate from gas and oil. Make sure you have both of those. If you have your like portable generators or whatnot, make sure they are all charged up and everything when you know that the cold weather is coming to you. Like, you know, like up until that point, make sure you try to have it charged, because you don't know how long you may have power if the power go out in your area, okay? I know back home, I'm from a small town called Crystal Springs, Mississippi, and I know power go out like when it get really cold, like storms and stuff like that, power go out. Like cold storms or thunderstorms and stuff like that, power go out there. So if you know you in an area where the power go out with, you know, different things like that, make sure you have your stuff charged up, okay? Or you have gas and oil and stuff to operate to get power some kind of way. Another thing that I'm gonna say about that, if you don't have any means like that, make sure you get like candles and stuff. Be careful with candles. I mean, it's open flames, you know, so be careful with that. But that's where it come in with tea light candles and stuff like that. I know a lady had reached out to me when that stuff was going on with the freezing temps in 2020, and she was like, she had saw my video of tea light candles, cooking with tea light candles, and she was like, it helped her so much because her daughter actually was trapped and did not have power and had a newborn baby, and she was able to tell her go get some candles and how to get a rack or whatnot, and she was able to heat up enough water to warm her baby's bottle. So that's a win-win situation if you ask me, because, you know, if I hadn't did that video, she probably would have came up with another solution, or who knows. But it's just the fact that it meant a lot that my little tea light candle video actually helped somebody, you know. So candles and flashlights and stuff like that is other things that is not on this list, but we should know that we need to have them, okay? If you have like a little grill or something, that would be good to have on the outside. Make sure you have charcoals or whatever the case may be, whatever type of grill it is. That way you can cook on that. You can put a pot pan on that and cook on that and make pretty much anything. So make sure you have those things too. Personal preparation. Dress in layers. Wear warm clothes including a coat, hat, gloves, and sturdy boots. Okay, so you want to make sure you have the proper attire. You may have to double up on clothes. You may have to put kids on extra layers of clothes. Make sure you have things for the feet and the hands and the head. Okay, so that'll keep you warm, because you may be in the house and have to double up or layer up. Also, I don't see on here, but make sure you have extra blankets. Okay, stay hot. Oh, where we at? Yep, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of fluids to avoid dehydration. And that's another thing. You need to have a lot of water. But if the power is out, you may have to use the grill to heat up soups and broths and stuff like that. Those are perfect to have, because it's going to keep you warm in the inside. Or like I said, those candles and stuff, it may take a longer time, but that's something that you can do in the inside. And if you decide to get candles, please be cautious with that. That is open flames. Also, make sure you have a fire extinguisher. Okay, if you're doing that at any time, any house should have a fire extinguisher. Okay, you can buy the ones in the cans from Walmart for a little nothing if you don't have enough to buy one of the actual ones. But fire extinguisher in the can or the actual one, whichever way it is, should have one on hand anyway. But if you do tea light candles, get the ones that don't have a smell to them. Unscented tea light candles. You may not want to stand over there and have your food on a boiler over there. Okay, make sure you have that. I will try to repost that video again of my tea light candles, but it should be in my community post. If you go to my community post and slide and scroll down, it should be in there of some off-grid cooking videos that I had did, and that should help you out a lot. Also, monitor weather updates. Stay informed about upcoming weather changes. Okay, one way that I feel like you can do that without having to use a cell phone, because the power and stuff out, the internet may be down, different things like that, you just never know, is to get you one of those weather crank radios. Okay, you should be able to go to Walmart or someplace like that and get one for fairly cheap. All right, so I would say get one of those. Beware of frostbite and hypothermia signs. Know the symptoms and take precautions to prevent them. That's another thing for is keeping yourself warm. Making sure that you have some extra layers of clothes and blankets and stuff like that. Socks, hats, gloves, and that type of stuff. Alright, let's move on to when freezing temperatures, when freezing weather arrives. Okay, let faucet drip slightly. Running a small amount of water through exposed pipes can prevent them from freezing. So you know, pretty much everybody know that. Just turn your faucets on a little bit. Keep that little bitty steady drip going, and that may help. Also, like I said, open those cabinets too. Let those the pipes get some of that warm air from the house. That'll help also. That's just a little trick we used to do. Okay. And we still do it. We do it now. Now we still do that. Protect pets. Do not forget about your pets. Okay, so bring pets indoors and provide them with a warm shelter. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, cannot forget our furry babies, our pets and whatnot. Those you just got chickens and stuff, you got to make sure you got your heat lamps and stuff ready to go. Try to close them in. You can use plastic. I use plastic for the front of my chicken coop. The rest of the part of my chicken coop is tarp for the winter months. And I use better to get like 6 mil, but I am currently using 3.5 mil because that is what they have, and it is holding up well. It is very, very thick. Okay, and I have it over the front where I can raise it up over the door and stuff, and then just brick it around, because you want to be able to hold heat. And even if you have other animals and stuff, make sure you have a warm area for them, or bring them inside. And that can be like a garage or whatever, you know. It just depends on, you know, what you have for them. Okay, all right, let's see. Avoid unnecessary travel. Oh my goodness, I know here a lot of people do not pay attention to that. Oh my goodness, they can say stay in, and people just still want to go out and do whatever. Everything be closed, and they still just want to ride. Stay off the roads if conditions are hazardous. That is very important. So many people try to go and end up running off the road and all that type of stuff. Just stay at home. Okay. Check on vulnerable neighbors. Make sure elderly and disabled neighbors have necessary supplies. That's where it comes in for us prepping, okay? To be able to help the people that really cannot help themselves. That is important, okay? There's a lot of people that's disabled. There's a lot of elderly people that live alone. And if you can help them and you got means to help them, there is no harm with helping them. I understand if you got able-bodied people that do not want to help themselves or whatnot, and then you just kind of like, I'm not going to give you the best thing. I'm going to give you something that's going to carry you through and help you out. But I understand. The elderly and the disabled people, help them if you can. If you see an opportunity where you can help them, help them, okay? So ain't no harm in that, you know. All right, so that's just a couple things to try to get you prepared. Other than I noticed on here they don't talk much about food and water. You know you need food and water. Get you some bread. Get things like peanut butter. Get things like if you eat viandas and that type of stuff. If you know that you cannot take in a lot of sodium and stuff, then do not stock up on that stuff. Get the things that you can stock up that is that'll be able to stay a while, especially not have to be refrigerated or whatnot. But it is important to make sure you have food and water. I know 2020 people was looking for food and stuff. They did not have water. Stores was closed or either out of it or whatnot from not not being open and having it being able to come in or whatnot. So many different things. Just make sure you have food and water, okay? Food and water. Make sure you have water. Water. I cannot stress that enough. Also, make sure you have essential items. If you need if you're on medication or something, try to have you extra medication on hand, okay? Talk to your doctors or whatnot. Any pain medicine, cold medicine, stuff that you use over the counter, make sure you have that, because there's no guarantee when stores and stuff will be able to open up, and if they do, they may be empty because people could have came and got everything that they have on the shelves, and then they cannot get things in due to the weather conditions. So make sure you have those things. So I'm going to leave it right there. I'm pretty sure it's more stuff that you can have, but they'll just give you a basis, and then also just reminds you of the importance of making sure that you are prepared, okay? So look it up. Freezing temps coming first week of January for most of the area. It was saying like almost in every state gonna be cold. So make sure y'all look that up. There's different articles on it, different warnings on it. Just do not let it be a repeat like last time if you can help yourself. I understand it still be people that probably cannot do much, but it's a lot of people that can and just not paying attention. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you be notified each and every time that I upload a video, and I will see you in the next one if it's God's will. Y'all be safe. Love y'all. Bye.